Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Candice, and I'm a trauma and mindset coach who is on a mission to help you have secure relationships with yourself and with others without pesky anxiety and without years in therapy. If that's what you're looking for, hit the subscribe button because we're about to dive into a game changer today. The boundaries you need to set for yourself if you have an anxious attachment style. Here's the thing, and I'm saying this with so much love. If you're anxiously attached, you're probably hyper focused on the other person in your relationships, their texts, their tone, and their mood. But let me tell you, the most transformative work, it starts with the boundaries you set with yourself. That's right, not them, you. So let's get into it. Here are 3 boundaries that will not only help calm your anxiety, but will also shift your relationships and, most importantly, your relationship with yourself. So, boundary number 1, limit overanalyzing communication. Yes, I said it. And I know how difficult this is. I used to have an anxious attachment style and I've worked with hundreds of people with anxious attachment style. So I get how difficult this is, which is why this is boundary number 1. Repeat after me. I will not assume someone's feelings based on delayed texts or short replies. Yeah, I will not assume someone's feelings based on delayed text or short replies. Let me ask you this. Does this sound familiar? You send a text and they don't reply in a few hours, or maybe even just like even a few minutes, and your brain is off to the races. Are they mad at me? Are they losing interest? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? And here's the deal, that spiral is not actually helping you, and it's definitely not helping the relationship. So here's the boundary. When your mind starts doing its little overthinking dance, pause and redirect it. Now, it will take a little bit of training to get used to this, but your brain will start to take this command and it will naturally start to do it the more you redirect. And what you're going to do is you're going to ask yourself, what would I tell my best friend in this situation? Because I'm willing to bet that you wouldn't tell your bestie, oh, yeah, they're definitely ghosting you because you used 2 emojis instead of 3. Or, oh, yeah, they're definitely lost interest because they only put 2 kisses instead of 3. Or, oh, yeah, they're definitely left you because they haven't responded in an hour. And I know that there's a little bit of jest in here, but I also know, as someone with an anxious attachment style, had an anxious attachment style, how the hypervigilance on these small little details causes us to make assumptions that are actually based on our fear, they're actually not based on truth, but it causes us to spiral and sabotage our relationships. So I'm willing to bet you probably would say to your bestie, they're probably just busy. It's not that deep. And you would remind them of how amazing they are. And of course, they aren't going anywhere because they're amazing. So I just want you to start giving yourself the same grace and perspective that you would if it was your bestie, because you wouldn't be thinking the same way. And I just want you to see that that is actually just your anxious attachment style playing out. That is your fear. And here's a tip. Every time you catch yourself spiraling, flip the script. Instead of assuming the worst, play out the best case scenario. What have you got to lose? And yes, I know what you're thinking, and somebody will probably comment down below. Yeah, but the best case scenario didn't happen last time. And listen, my love, that's just your fear talking, trying to protect you from preparing you. It's preparing you for disaster. But here's the truth, fear is sabotaging your peace and keeping you anxious as fuck. You deserve better than that. You deserve to stop dragging your past into your present and creating more of what you bloody well do not want in your future. So next time, take a deep breath and remind yourself, I cannot control how others communicate, but I can control how I respond. There we go. That is boundary number one. So, boundary to number two, prioritize your needs before seeking reassurance. Okay, repeat after me. I will check in with myself first before seeking validation from others. And this one is big. If you have an anxious attachment style, it's so easy to default to seeking reassurance. Are we okay? Do you still like me? Did I upset you? Sound familiar? But here's the thing, every time you rely on someone else to calm your fears, you're teaching your brain that safety comes from them, not from you. So let's flip that script. The next time you're about to ask for reassurance, pause and ask yourself, what do I need right now, and how can I provide that for myself? And here's a tip for you, create a self-soothing toolkit. This could be journaling your feelings out and to get them out of your head. This is so good. Journaling is like a life changer. I never stop going on about it. Meditation or practicing deep breathing really helps to calm your nervous system. And, repeating affirmations like, I am safe, I'm enough. These things will really help to soothe your nervous system and stop your mind from spiraling and sabotaging your relationships. And here's the truth. When you start meeting your own needs, you'll stop feeling so dependent on others to do it for you. And that is where your power lies. And your life changes because you no longer need everything outside of you. You don't need that validation from others. You learn to build that trust within yourself and be your own validation. Okay, so boundary number three. Avoid making assumptions about rejection. Repeat after me. I will not assume rejection unless it is clearly communicated to me. Because how many times have you jumped to the worst case conclusion because of something small? They seem a little off, and suddenly your brain is like, that's it, they're done with me. But here's the reality, most of the time, these assumptions are not based on facts. They are based on fear. So here's the boundary. Stop assuming rejection unless it is communicated. If they haven't said, I'm upset with you, I'm not interested anymore, then it's just a story you're telling yourself, and your mind loves to create stories. So here's a tip. When you feel triggered, grab a journal or a piece of paper and write down 2 columns. Number one, evidence that supports your fear. They were short in their texts. They didn't put free kisses, whatever it is. Whatever your mind has decided is happening there. And then column number two, evidence that contradicts your fear. For instance, they said they were busy at work. They told you they loved you before they left for work. They told you that they've been really overwhelmed recently. They're really stressed. Something's happened. You know, whatever that could be. The bigger picture here, and what you will find probably is that your second column is it's a much longer than your first column, and you'll probably be able to see that the first column is just where you're really hyper vigilant on smaller details, and it's where your fear is looking for clues that they're losing interest and they're going to leave you because it's your abandonment wound at play. So definitely focus on the bigger picture and the truth of what's going on in the real scenario, as it will help you to stop spiraling. So, and this like exercise will really help you to be grounded in reality instead of letting your fear and your little wounded inner child who's panicking run the show. So there are 3 boundaries that I really, 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 really encourage you to try for you to step into your most secure version of yourself. Number one, limit over analyzing communication. Number two, prioritize your needs before seeking reassurance. And number three, avoid making assumptions about rejection. So your well-being sets a tone for every relationship you build. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you asked yourself, what do I need today, instead of what do they need? Remember, self care isn't selfish, it's the foundation for healthy, thriving relationships, and you deserve that. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What is one boundary you're ready to start setting today? Share it below. And if you're ready to take your healing to the next level, I'll leave the link in the bio for my free masterclass, Stop Sabotaging Relationships with Anxiety. It is your next step. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs it. Until next time, take care of yourself. You are worth it.